What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jones here on Jones of Sports. We make sports better. And I got a special guest, my boy Luke Coffee. What's good, Luke? Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, no problem.
If you guys don't know Luke, if you guys are new to Jones of Sports, Luke is in charge of MLB home run hitters. He's also our new administrator for Jones of Sports. He's helping me out, make decisions, make things better for Jones of Sports. I told you guys, we're going to get bigger and better. We going that logo. We gonna make it real, So, before we get into what we talk about,
hold on. You're also don't forget you're sponsoring a podcast too.
I was just gonna say before we get into what we're gonna talk about, Luke, let the people know what you're all about.
So, well, first of all, again, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
But I'm getting ready to launch the Bleacher Creatures podcast, which would be a weekly, full hour-long show with myself, and usually it'll be my co-host. His name is John, but I know Sean has agreed to come on a bunch.
Absolutely.
I got some stuff lined up with a couple beat writers, a couple local Yankee podcasters, but we're not New York centric. Don't worry. It's just you gotta take advantage of the resources you kind of have in front of you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the good news with that is Sean is also going to be posting a lot of the links to the Bleacher Creatures group, primarily on Facebook. So if you haven't followed, please do that. Check that out. I'm going to be posting all my links to episodes on that, and I'll be also doing some similar type videos to what Sean does in terms of like a little 10-minute or couple minute little hot take on whatever the hot issue is. But for now, things are going. We got the first episode in the mixing and mastering now, so we're getting ready to release everything.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
If you guys don't know, Luke knows a lot about sports, especially baseball. Exactly why he's in charge of the MLB.
I love that.
He's a very knowledgeable dude. He's very debatable. I love to pick his brain. He loves to pick mine. So that's why we decided to work together and make this happen. So definitely go check it out. I'm pretty sure you all will love it. I love it. I've already heard a few things from it. Like he said, he's got some things in the works coming out soon. I'll let you guys know when that comes out. So, but let's get into it. So, first thing I want to start with, because you are the baseball guy, we're gonna talk a little bit of baseball. I'm gonna be a little biased right now. I'm gonna start with my Mets.
Go ahead.
As you seen, you made a post earlier, but I saw it before you even posted, and I was very excited. I saw it on Twitter.
Bro, that thing only beat me by like 30 seconds.
It probably did. Yeah, it really did. It really did.
Of Twitter.
Our boy Familia is back in Queens. I think that's huge.
That's such a bad move.
Really?
You just traded him for nothing.
Yeah, I understand.
Granted, it was a low risk trade, which is fine. You were smart to get rid of him. You knew you might as well just rent them out for 3 months.
Exactly.
Then hang on to the money.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this: I like the length of it being 3-year. It's perfect. He's 29. He's just entering prime, prime years as an MLB player.
Absolutely.
But he's been good before that. Not to the. I wouldn't call him the elite level. I call him a tier B kind of closer.
He has had elite moments.
Yeah, he's had his moments, but the bad moments are bad.
Yeah, that's true.
The quick pitch to Alex Gordon was
yeah. Last season wasn't his year at all, for sure.
No, he wasn't, but he did better in Oakland because he wasn't the closer.
Right. Exactly.
I think he plays better as a maybe 6th, 7th, 8th inning kind of throw him where you can use him.
Really?
Pitcher. Yeah, because with Diaz on the team, you don't need a closer.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can take the pressure off someone who's got closer mentality.
Yeah,
he's more likely to come up being nails than
Right, exactly.
They let up
that's
a 3-run home run.
Yeah, he was that guy. He's not that guy anymore. So him taking a lesser role and passing the ball off to the next guy.
Yeah,
will be perfect for him. So I think again. To our new manager, he's making moves. I can't knock him.
Here's my problem with
we just got to produce now.
Here's my problem.
Execution.
Van Wagenen said to the fans in so many words, "I'm trying to not operate this team the way it's been operated the past few years."
Yeah. Right.
Signing a guy like Familia tells me that that's kind of bullshit.
Okay. Why?
Because Familia was on the decline, quote unquote, in a Met uniform. Hence why the asking price was so low.
Right.
Like, he was
I
still
understand
good,
that.
but he wasn't.
He
like,
wasn't
that top
his-
tier guy.
right,
He
right.
faded from that rank. I'm not saying you have to clear out your entire roster, but it definitely makes more sense to bring in fresh faces. Like, you traded away Jay Bruce, that was a good start. You
Yeah.
cut Flores, that was a good start.
Yeah.
But bringing back guys like Familia, you know, it to me, it just doesn't quite sit right.
It was maybe a step back, but like you said, for the reasons you said before, for why it was a good sign, is that his role will be less. He won't have to be that guy to close because we have that guy now.
And you
so.
clearly paid him accordingly.
Right, exactly. So
Closer market is around $80 million. He signed for 10 a year.
exactly. So I say we give it a year and see what happens. And if he can't do what we expect him, then then it's up to management what they want to do going forward. But right now, I'm just happy that they're making the moves. They're being aggressive early. We still got a long way to go before the season starts. So I know there's other. Before I even say that, how do you feel about being done with chasing Harper?
Oh, I had no problem with it. We had no place to put him. You can't. You, as someone who's played first base for at least 10 years now, you can't take an outfielder at the major league level who you also transitioned from being a high school catcher.
Yeah.
So he's already switched positions. At a certain point, I'm tired of first base being like this island of misfit fielders.
Yeah.
Because Bryce is not. He doesn't. He's not. He is an outfielder, but he's
Right.
not like he's got catcher mentality.
Exactly.
I'm not saying you can catch him again,
Right.
but
Yes, sir.
at least let him become the best outfielder he can be. He's young enough to still be on the upswing when it comes to the talent and how comfortable he is.
That's true.
It made no sense. I mean, for us, it has to be Machado because of Didi.
Yeah. Okay.
It has to. I mean, it just fills the.
Do you think
void.
it's gonna happen?
Oh, that one I have faith in.
You have faith in it?
Machado's pretty much said to reporters he wants to be a Yankee. That's his number
Yeah,
one
that's-
choice if
I
if
had
the
heard
contract is right.
Yeah, if the contract is right.
I know he's scheduled this free agency tour coming up in the next few weeks, stopping at I think it's Philly, Chicago, New York. I forget the other spot, but he's gonna do it the old school way.
Right.
Shop himself, not be like
Not-
Harper and let teams come
to
in.
him. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best way to do it because then you get the full experience.
Well,
of
he's also got
what's
some
going on.
explaining to do because that shit he pulled in the World Series.
Yeah. That's,
So he's got. I know the Steinbrenners said they want to ask him face to face.
Right.
What the hell was that about?
yeah. And as they should. Every team deserves to know what's
Especially
going
if you're
on.
doing 250,
Exactly.
300 million.
You're investing a lot of money in this guy, so you need to know everything as the owner of your team, because you don't want something else to come up and miss it,
Yeah.
because then you're fucked.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen to a lot of teams. It's happening to the NFL right now with the Kareem Hunt situation.
Oh, good lord.
You don't want that to happen, so
No, you don't.
you got to make sure you're on top of it and get to the bottom of it. So that's good that teams are doing that right now. So moving on, I got to talk about my Cowboys. I haven't talked. I wanted to put up a Jonesing for a minute post, but I didn't want to brag. I know you guys were expecting it. I didn't do it. The reason why I didn't do it is because the night before I was at a party, and one of my friends who was a huge Eagle fan was talking a lot of shit, and I really just didn't give him much. I didn't give him much because I was confident in my team that we would get that W, and I wanted to get him, but I didn't. So you know who you are, Jay. Cowboys. So I want to ask you, as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan,
Yeah.
how far do you think the Cowboys will go this year?
You're not winning the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But
Shutting us down early. All right.
but I think Amari Cooper can't be the only contributing receiver for that team.
Absolutely. I hear you.
I'm sorry, I can't call Allen Hurns a 2. He's a 2 by default,
Right, yeah, by default.
but by skill, he's more of a 3.
I mean, you're right. I can't disagree with you on that. The receivers, before Cooper was there, they were all there by default
Yeah,
in their spot.
that's
but
why Zeke was getting such a crazy workload.
exactly.
He still is, but
Still is,
it's
definitely.
rightfully earned. He's
Right.
proven he can carry it.
I just hope that he doesn't get too many carries in it. You know, he hits that threshold of 400, 500, and
Yeah.
he starts to break down.
Durability has to matter.
Right. So that's why getting Amari Cooper was so big for us, because it takes a little bit more pressure off of Dak. It takes a little bit more pressure off of Zeke to do everything.
Yeah.
Because we know, no offense, but Dak is not that guy. He's not gonna lead us to a win like that. He has to have some help from Dak. From Zeke, and he has to have some help from his receivers. So Cooper definitely stepped up and has made a big difference in our offense. But I'm not even screw the offense. I'm all about defense, and that defense is here.
Yeah.
Now, how far can we go with that defense? I don't know. Is it just for now? Is it gonna last into the playoffs? We'll see. But right now, I'm very proud of that defense. So I want to know, how do you feel about that defense? How do you think that defense will do when the playoffs come?
Any defense I have on my fantasy team, I clearly have faith in.
Okay.
So let me put it to you like that.
You have the Dallas defense.
Yeah, I flipped
Wow.
them and the Rams.
Wow. I
But
can't believe I'm here.
well, here's the okay. First of all,
I'm proud of you, man.
there's
I'm
money
proud
on
of
the
you.
line. There's money on the line.
Absolutely.
But to be fair, they don't give up any points.
They don't.
Which,
You see what they
from a
did to the
fantasy
Saints.
perspective, is great because I'm only losing 2 points per game ish in that 6 to 14 sometimes, or that less than 21.
Yeah.
Maybe a pick or two. I break even.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
taking the loss.
Right.
At least, I'd rather, like, that's the way I wish we play defense in Pittsburgh, because that's how we used to be.
Right,
And it's
exactly.
kinda-
It hasn't been that. It's been
it-
offense.
we're surprisingly good again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I expect you guys to
Well,
be
the
good.
offense is not supposed to be the thing that's misfiring.
Yeah.
But
That's
at
true.
least for you guys, I think the defense is insane. Vander Esch is probably going to finish, maybe second, maybe third in Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. I agree. He's been lights out for our
That's
defense.
another one of
You
those.
got Jalen
That's another
Smith
one of
out
those
there.
hated first-round picks too.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That worked
I
out.
hated. You have no idea how mad I was when
Mm-hmm.
I heard his name come out. When I know we need a receiver. And not only did we not get that receiver in the first round, we didn't get that receiver in the second round. I don't think we picked a receiver until the fourth round.
That's fine, because you know what? You got a first-round pick who's 25 now.
Yeah, and he's doing.
And
he's,
you would have taken
he's shutting us all up.
You would have had to have taken a wide receiver first round next draft.
Yeah, absolutely. There was no
So
question about it.
You might as well just get Cooper.
It was smart.
Right.
It was smart. It was worth the first round pick. It was worth it. Every bit of it. And I'll be the first to say, Jerry Jones, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jerry Jones. You were right. You made the right decision in these draft picks. You made a lot of good draft picks. You got Zeke, you got Dak, you got Cooper. Oh, you didn't make that draft pick, but you made the move to get him.
Yeah. Tyron Smith.
I mean, there's just the
That
list
team-
goes
that-
on.
That team is a team with that many first round picks. I know Dak was a fourth, but
Right.
with that many first round picks and
Made it all work.
Yeah.
I gotta. I say
Yeah,
sorry. I've been talking
Smith
about
was
shit.
Smith's
Yeah.
a beast. Y'all gotta
Lawrence.
keep DeMarcus Lawrence.
We have to.
You-
The thing comes to
if
when
you
it's
lose
time to
Lawrence,
pay
that
these guys.
thing takes a huge. He's on franchise tag, isn't he?
Lawrence? I'm not even sure. But I know the time will come where we're gonna have to
Well,
pay
that's
him.
this season. After this year, you're gonna have to,
Yeah.
because that defense takes such a huge hit.
Yes. We would. I mean, Gregory hasn't been what he was supposed to be.
You can't trust Gregory to not get suspended.
Exactly. And not even that. When he's on the field, he makes dumb fucking decisions.
Your Gregory was my Martavis Bryant. There's always something
it's
stupid floating
fucking
around
up.
somewhere.
Yep. Always. And then, I mean, I didn't even pay attention to Sean Lee. That's how good this guy is.
Because he's
This
basically
guy.
Sean
He's Sean
Lee. He's Sean
Lee.
Lee with a neck roll.
Right. He makes every tackle. He's on his feet. He's smart. He can recognize the offense before pre-snap.
Yeah.
I mean, he can do it all. So I'm very, very proud of my Cowboys.
Well, it's hard to not be proud of the Cowboys. The thing I would say is, and this is more like a PSA for the NFL in general,
Mhm.
you got to start looking at. I know there's been talent that comes out of Boise State,
Yeah.
but there's no need to reach for you know, a linebacker from, let's just say, you know, the Big Ten.
Yeah.
When you got a farm boy in Idaho who knows how to get it done too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
gotta know what you're
I
looking at.
can't tell you the amount of times just a team like Pittsburgh, we've drafted small school players, and we've had them for 5-6 good years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Case in point, Antonio Brown.
Right. So that's good drafting, man.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you
Yeah.
need that. You guys eventually, you can't when you get. I'm not saying you guys like sucked for a
Yeah.
couple of years, but you guys were in that
Oh
1
yeah,
to
I mean
15
last year.
range.
Right,
for picks.
exactly.
At a certain point, most of those have
That's-
to work.
It has to. I mean, if you're making the right picks, it does. It didn't
Right.
always work out for Cleveland.
Well, I was
unfortunately,
about to
so.
say that. For the Browns, God
It
hates you.
didn't
and
always
that's your
work out,
problem.
but right now they're in. You know, they put themselves in positions to where they can win now. They can win games, and the future is it looks very bright for them.
Need another receiver though.
Yeah,
Need that number 2 guy.
absolutely. Next, I want to talk about your Pittsburgh Steelers. Took a
God.
tough loss last week.
The last 3 weeks have been just horrible.
It's been real tough. I don't know what's going on. Whether it's, there's a lot to go out to blame, but.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the game we lost against Denver,
Mhm.
that whole game is on Grimble for fumbling at the fucking goal line.
Yeah.
Wide
That's
open
a tough
too.
one.
You couldn't make one safety miss with 25 yards of clearance. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then you fumble. I mean, come on. And then and then the pick in the red zone ending.
Yeah, that
was
was
just
bad. That was bad.
yeah. But even the Jacksonville game,
Yeah. You can't lose.
really, we had to score only in the fourth quarter. Ben should not be running anywhere.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He
He's
should
slow
just
as shit.
Chill.
Granted, he's hard to tackle, but
Still.
I don't want him
he's
diving
getting
for the
old.
goal line.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just Charger game. The Charger game was complete bullshit because the refs completely missed that false start on the first touchdown.
Yeah, they did.
It couldn't have been more
They did.
obvious. That would have won us the game, assuming we make the stop or hold them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but going forward, you got to look forward to.
Well, I'm not looking
This
forward
week.
to fucking New England.
I mean, you got to. Right now, they're not looking.
We
They
have
just took
to-
a
we
huge loss against Miami.
This is the worst combo of a game you have to win against a team that you can't seem to
win
figure
against.
out.
Yeah,
Or you just get fucked, i.e. the Jesse James catch.
yeah.
But- At a certain point, you like who was it? No, Marquise Pouncey said earlier in the week, we got to cut this bullshit
Yeah.
and go out and play football. Good. Now, why are we not doing that in the first place? The
Mhm.
Le'Veon thing is over.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get past.
We
that.
finally
It's
made
over.
it past the biggest hurdle, and now you want to play like shit. So, I mean, this game is going to be completely awesome to watch.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
Because
a crazy
thank
one.
God we have it in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
If we were
that's
going to New
definitely.
England, that's bad news.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, we'll
But we
figure
know how
something out.
New England is when it comes to after they take tough losses, they usually bounce back. So.
But that was a freak loss. I feel like that one almost hurts like less than, let's say, they score like a 20-yard touchdown, like something more normal and
Yeah, I feel you on that. But
that was like a Madden loss.
they have to be more upset about the offensive play because those last 4 drives, they only put up 6 points. I mean, if you're in New England and you got Tom Brady back there, you got to put up more than 6 points. And I mean, this team's coming back. You see it happening.
Yeah.
You know the history behind playing in Miami when you guys are out there. You guys just don't win out there. You
Yeah.
you guys put yourself in a position to win, and you couldn't. You put up 6 points in the second half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then that last play is just that's tough. I was happy to see it.
Well,
But
if you're not a Patriots fan,
you
love
were
seeing
happy to
that.
see it.
Who
Absolutely.
wouldn't love that?
But yeah, that's a tough one. So I expect my the Pats to bounce back, but I also do expect
Pittsburgh needs this game.
they need that game, man.
It's weird to say desperation in Pittsburgh in a sentence, but
The tie
if you
hurts.
can prove that you can just beat New England,
yeah, that's
that
a
can
huge,
turn around the rest of the year and
Mhm.
carry you into the playoffs.
Exactly. You just can't let it be your peak, though.
Right.
You have to let it skyrocket.
And also, to be fair,
the
we've
ball
played
up.
them so many fucking times.
Yeah, you should know something.
Not
by
much
now.
has changed
Not-
personnel wise.
And Brady's getting older.
Right.
He's only getting
but also,
older.
and Gronk is
Is-
seriously on the decline.
Exactly. He's not the same Gronk. He's
No.
just big now.
Yeah.
You know, he's not as fast as he once was. He's always injured. He can't stay on the field.
Yeah, case in point, if you had anyone else back there against Miami, they'd probably make that tackle.
Exactly. That my
Unless
next
it was
point.
Brady.
Do you think who's more to blame on that? Is that
Okay, they were in Hail Mary personnel,
yeah?
so I don't fault you for.
They
having
were
Gronk.
not actually in Hail Mary personnel. Come to find out,
Really.
they weren't.
Didn't hear that one.
That's
So-
why a lot of people have actually started to blame Belichick because
Okay.
he should have called
Knowing
timeout.
that,
And
that's on Belichick.
yeah, I said the same thing because first I was like, well, it's a Hail Mary. I mean, but what I was watching Undisputed and they were talking about it and they were saying how Tannehill just came off of the injured list.
Yeah.
So his shoulder's not 100%, so he's not going to make a 70-yard
Yeah,
throw.
that was a clusterfuck of
Yeah,
simple
I think-
errors.
Belichick out-geniused himself.
Yeah.
You know, and didn't call a timeout there and got Gronk out and put,
Mhm.
what's his name back in.
The only thing I'll give Belichick for is they had to take that 65 yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna crucify you for having
Right,
because
it was a freak play.
because you also have to assume Tannehill's shoulder's messed up.
Right.
You can't guarantee that he's gonna get a 60-yard ball into the end zone.
Exactly. No way.
If you're putting
especially-
Gronk at free safety, I get why you're doing it,
Right.
but there's always a
That
need to plan for that 1%
Tackling, yeah.
fake,
you
right? Or not even a fake, just a super long end of the game backyard junkyard football.
Right. You never know.
Right.
You got to make sure they're prepared for it. And I'm sure Gronk has not been in that position.
You always
a
got to
lot.
plan for the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yep. Definitely, because these plays happen a lot. So it's definitely a big game coming up for Pittsburgh. What's it called? Big game happening right now. Chiefs and the
Chargers.
Chargers are happening right now. Last time I checked, it was 7-0 Chiefs. But the Chargers, they look good this year, man. And they're
Fucking Chargers.
and a few of them, they're favored to win in certain places. Not this whole
No,
Super
they're
Bowl,
legit.
but
They're legit. Again, I don't know if Rivers has it in him to lead a team to a Super Bowl.
right.
It's
It just
uncharted
doesn't
territory.
sound right.
But it's
coming off the
but
top.
also he's never been there.
Right.
If,
Yeah.
if I have a Brady,
If he puts him
a
in-
Roethlisberger, a Rodgers, a
Experience.
proven battle-tested quarterback, I have more faith come the playoffs
there.
than a guy like a Rivers. It's guys who haven't been there enough.
Yeah. Absolutely. I hear you. But it would definitely be nice to see a Rivers in the Super Bowl. Just because we
Yeah, I
haven't
mean,
seen it. But it all depends on who they're going up against. Right now, next question.
Mhm.
Who is your MVP right now?
Oof.
Yeah, the race is pretty tight.
Part of me wants to give it to Breeze, and then there's a part of me that understands why you would give it to Mahomes.
Right. Right. I'm on the same boat there. 'Cause
Yeah. I would have to give a slight edge. Well, you know what's funny? You can't even really give an edge. The offenses are built the same kind of way.
Mm-hmm. It's built to put up points. Well,
Right. Now,
That's-
granted, Kansas City was better with Kareem
Right.
Hunt.
Exactly.
There's no argument there.
Absolutely.
But I don't fault them for cutting him.
Right. They had to do what they had to do.
Right. But even then,
You still got
there's so many
Hill,
goddamn weapons.
Kelsey.
Kelsey's the best tight end in football. Him and Eric are
Exactly.
1 and 2.
Absolutely.
Now that Barry's back, though, that defense
Defense
you
is
can't
a
take
little
the
bit
top
better.
off that defense.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
easily. Assuming he's fully healthy and game
Mhm.
capable, like
Absolutely.
he was. But god damn it, the Saints are just so goddamn good.
They are.
The
Breeze has been
law,
amazing.
which actually gives more cred to that Cowboy loss.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because you guys, that
Shut
was
'em
no
down.
one expected that few points.
I thought we were gonna lose. I gave us no faith. My father texted me and told me we're gonna win this game, and I said no, we're not. We're going against the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
With Breeze playing
But
a record
every team,
football.
every good team still has one or two fuck up games.
Yeah, they always
Case
have
in
that one
point.
loss. Yeah,
The Saints had no business losing to Tampa in week 1.
Right, exactly. I was just gonna say that first week was no one expected that. Absolutely
Right.
not.
Every team has
And
fuck up games.
Being with it,
We shouldn't have tied
Right.
Cleveland week 1.
right, exactly. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Everyone takes that one loss that's just like, damn, how did you lose that one? But looking back at it now, you can see why the Saints lost that game. That defense
Yeah.
is real. That
The Saints
was
defense is
flying.
legit too.
Yeah, they definitely are. We only put up 13 points.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how we that again. Defense really won us that game because they were special and they've been real special. We got a big game coming up against the Colts. Oh my God,
That's gonna be
this is
fun-
gonna be a
that's-
tough one.
That's gonna be a fun game though.
It's gonna be a fun one because
Dude, Luck is comeback
Luck
player
is-
of the year.
He has to
Has
get
to
it.
be.
He has to get it. I mean, he's been amazing. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm
And
scared.
also,
about
they
it.
have, in my opinion, the runner-up for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
Leonard's a beast.
he is. He is.
Him and Hooker fix that defense.
Yeah, the defense is really good too. So I don't know what our offense is gonna really do. I mean, what's his name is questionable. I'm sure he'll play. Zeke after
No,
him.
he'll play.
Yeah, he'll definitely.
You have
play.
to. You win this game. You make the playoffs.
We make the
right?
playoffs.
Yeah,
It's
he's-
not a
yeah,
must win, but
he's
it's
gonna play.
a win that
No,
would look very
No,
very
it means
good
he
on
can
our-
take off the next 2 weeks, get
Exactly.
fully healthy, and make a run.
I think after that we got the Giants and I forgot.
The
The
Giants
Giants are the
always
last
play
game.
all tough, though.
Yeah, we might even lose that game, but it doesn't matter if we win this game. So that's very important.
I know for us, what's nice is obviously we got New England.
Mhm.
Next week we gotta go to fucking New Orleans.
Ooh,
And then we end with Cincinnati at home. So
they
we
still
have
play
to
you
win
guys
this
tough.
fucking game.
They play you guys tough. So
But it's at Pittsburgh though. We beat the dog shit out of Cincinnati. Well, we beat them
Yeah.
most of the time anyway. But
you do. You always
Pittsburgh-
end up winning it. But
Pittsburgh at the end of the year when they're like legitimately out of it, I fully expect that team to quit on Lewis.
really,
Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
yes. He's done. And they
has
started.
to
They
be.
started hot too.
and they were saying what's his name might be the replacement.
You fucking Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson.
Oh, please let them hire Hugh Jackson.
That might be a good thing for.
No, you couldn't win with fucking Mayfield. Why are you gonna go and expect anything more out of Andy Dalton?
Experience, I guess. I don't know.
Different type of guy.
That's true.
And also,
I mean,
Mayfield is the
Cincinnati
lightning
needs a
rod.
makeover a little bit.
They
They
need
need
to
a
buy.
makeover.
Well, they need to cut perfect, or else they're gonna run out of money
Mm-hmm.
at a certain point.
Yeah, they need a makeover. They need from top to bottom. I think they need a makeover. They've been with the same guys for the past few years, get into the playoffs, haven't won. I don't know how Lewis is even still can show his face in Cincinnati. I mean, yes, he's brought you guys to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati hasn't been there in years before then. But come on, you got to do something.
You
gotta
can't
win
be a
games.
coach this long and not have one playoff win.
You can't do it. Everyone gets fired for
Yeah.
things like that. You just gotta. It's
The
basically
fans
just setting the
overflow.
bar right here. You
Yeah,
know, this
I-
is as far
yeah.
as we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Then we're okay with that. No, you can't be okay
Right.
with that. You
Yeah,
can't be.
just fire him, hire Jeff Fisher, and he'll be in the same place.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Just to change, just to shut the fans up. Oh, we brought in a different guy.
Right. Exactly. I mean, like I said, I love that Cincinnati Pittsburgh Steelers rivalry.
Any team we play in our division, it's a
Mhm.
fun game to watch because we beat the shit out of each other.
Exactly.
Especially
You
Raven
guys go
games.
at it.
Raven
Yeah, Ravens
games
are the best
fucking
ones.
Nuts.
Ra-
But it's not the old.
Shout out to my boy Ian Riley, big Ravens fan.
It's not the old Steeler Raven games when like Polomalu and
Right, yeah,
Ray
no,
Lewis,
it's not
Hines
like that,
Ward.
nah.
Those games.
Those were legendary games.
Those
were legendary.
those were such
Oh,
stressful games.
Those
to
you
watch.
talking about Hall of Famers and that.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about some big time Hall of
Mhm.
Famers. So definitely, those games were special. What did I want to say? I wanted to bring. I know we don't talk about basketball much, but I know you know LeBron, and I know you know Wade. How do you feel about the Wade last year being in the NBA, and they just had their last game against each other in LA. It was pretty cool. Came down to the last minute. I wish Wade would have made the game winner, but he didn't. But it was still fun to watch. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on Wade and his final year?
Well, Wade never bothered me the way like a LeBron or certain other players bother me. Like he's always carried himself just like a legit gentleman professional, which I respect. Not to say that other players haven't. I respect guys that pretty much play their whole career with one team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he played with a few others, but
I know, but let's be real.
Yeah,
no one's gonna remember him as a Bull. He's gonna be. He's
Miami for life.
Right.
Always.
So I respect him for that. I respect the old Big East guys. But I mean it sucks. Wade was fun as shit to watch for so many years. It's weird seeing like the Ginobili like that.
That era is just
that era of guard too is coming down slowly.
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It means I'm getting old, man. We're getting old. We're getting old if this is where it's come to. Oh, man. What else? There's one other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I can't think about it. Can't think of it. Well, I can't think of it, so we're going to get out of here. But before we do, again, Luke, tell the people about the podcast.
Yeah, so it's called the Bleacher Creatures Podcast. You can find it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Mm-hmm. Also, YouTube and Anchor. I'll be posting the first sets of episodes for a while, actually, to Anchor. And if I add any more outlets to listen to it, I'll definitely keep you posted. Also, check Sean's page because he'll be posting links to every episode. He's going to be on a bunch too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But yeah, it's a podcast for the blue collar fan, by the blue collar fan.
Yep.
So that's if you like that take and you hate the formality of an ESPN, or you're tired of Mike Francesa and his nonsense sometimes, check us out. It's really no different.
Right.
Except we curse and it's more entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. We try to be ourselves. That's how we do.
You gotta be.
You gotta be.
There's gotta be relatability to a podcast. Especially.
Right, exactly. Because we're all sports fans and we all relate to sports different ways. We all react different way. We're all emotional when it comes to our sports. So, Luke, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it, man. Again, go check out this podcast. You can check it out on Jones River Sport. It'll be on the homepage. It'll be on all the group pages. And, just look out for it. I'll be sharing the links. He'll be sharing the links. And this is what we do, man. It's Jones River Sports. We make sports better. Peace.